way to go, boys. Gotta have another good game like that next game. But enjoy the win. Yes, sir. Okay. Yo, salute y'all because y'all did that. I just stopped the pucks. You guys are the ones that scored the goals. Oh, hey. Can I help you? My biggest fan? Well, I'm flattered. It's nice to meet you, biggest fan. So should I keep calling you biggest fan or? Alright, so that's your name. I like it. It's unique. Yeah. And how do you spell that? Okay. Wow, it's nice to have some fans show up. This doesn't usually happen. Yeah, no problem. I got some time. Stumbling over my words. Jeez, you caught me off guard. Yeah, what's up? Yeah, no, I got plenty of time. I was gonna go catch the Leafs game, but that's not for like 2 more hours. So, my time is your time right now. So, fire away. Right, okay. So, you're wondering what was going through my head with that big save there at the end? Interesting question. It's a good question. I like it. So, how do I put this? Basically, when I'm in the game, I get into this zone where just my mind is completely blank. The only thing that goes through my head at any given point is, how am I going to make this save? And really, it doesn't cross my mind all that often. Now, with that save, that was pure just reflexes and instinct. I had to jump all the way across the net, just fully extend my glove hand and just grab it. It takes the hand-eye coordination and just a little bit of luck, honestly, because that's kind of what we do. Yeah. What's it, my pregame? Alright, I've got this down to a science. So, first, when I'm driving here, I like to listen to music all the way here, stuff to get me hyped up, Stuff that gets me hyped up, because the boys in the locker room play their own kind of music, and, it's good and all, but, it's not exactly my type. So I'll usually be rocking out to, some Sabaton, it's gonna sound backwards, but My Chemical Romance occasionally. A band called Volpe. I don't know if you ever heard them. And then there's The Score. There's just the old NHL soundtrack from 2014, the game. And pretty much anything that I'm feeling. I've gone as far as doing as long as I like the music, as long as it's a favorite kind of music for me, I don't really have a problem with it. Yeah. After that, right, I get caught up in the music a little bit. After that, I usually will take some racquetballs and just start throwing them at a wall. I'll take 2 of them. I'll start with one for a little bit, throw them at the wall, and then I'll incorporate the second one, throw both at the wall, and then I'll try to throw them at the same time and catch them. And then I'll usually end up doing a juggling act by throwing the right ball at the wall at an angle, catching it with the left, and the left hand to the right, right to left, left to right. And it just really gets my arms really free and moving, so that when I get into the game, I can reach across and make that big save like I did. You just gotta warm up the muscles, warm up the bones, get a little bit of flexibility out in warm-ups with the boys. Yeah, a lot of stretching, especially I stretched before I put my gear on and I stretch on the ice, and then when I get some extra time between whistles or something, if there's enough time, or like during timeouts, I really like to just stretch right there and, really focus myself. I don't know if you've been watching the Sabres recently, but their rookie goalie actually, Devin Levi, likes to meditate between plays and just kind of like be in the moment. It's really cool what he's doing. It's it's a lot like what I do, but he's at a different level than I am, obviously. Yeah, the team. Yeah, of course. I'm breezing right past the most critical part. Yeah, it's super cool to play for the official Star Wars team. I know we've got the Marvel team over on that lot. We've got the Star Wars team. Then we have our division rivals with the DC team. Not like Washington, D.C., like DC Comics, like Batman, Superman. And then we got the Avatar team and the Fast and Furious team. Yeah, it's a whole league, but I really like being with the Star Wars people. They've given me a lot of opportunities that, I gotta just take advantage of every single time I get, because what am I trying to say here? Opportunities don't come every day. So when they do come, be sure you're ready for them, because it's really gonna suck if you're not ready for them, because that opportunity could lead to other opportunities, which could lead to other opportunities. But if you just blow it on the first opportunity, those subsequent opportunities won't come. Yeah, it's been really cool. I actually have gotten to meet some of the actors. They come to our practice sometimes just to hang out, chill. I think I've seen them reading lines up in the stands sometimes. Yeah, I know, it's pretty cool. Yeah, of course I can. And do me a favor and spell your name one more time for me. All right. There you are. Yeah, no problem. Just don't go stealing my signature. It's one of a kind. Wow. No. It's not you. It was a long game. So, playoffs. Oh boy. Yeah. I'd be lying if I said I haven't been looking towards them with the record and clinching with this game. Yeah, I've certainly been thinking about it a little bit. I try to take the whole thing, one game at a time, because honestly, if I don't, it's just really overwhelming, and it gets to a point where it's just like it weighs down my mind. And my whole job is being in the right mindset that we can do this no matter what team, no matter who's on that team. Winning is the main thing, by all means necessary. If I have to sprawl out, make that big glove save, fine. If I have to end up in the splits, okay, I'll do it. If I have to take some spears to the ribs, I'll take that. Yeah, no. Spears are basically when the players go like this with their stick into you, and they'll do that after the whistle sometimes, and actually happens a lot more than you'd think. Not up at the professional levels, but like, especially in like a beer league, if you've ever went to one of those games, it happens pretty frequently in our league. If you've ever seen like scraps happening after the whistle because someone got too close to the goalie, it's usually either they snowed the goalie, which is where they just stop really hard and get a bunch of ice all over the goalie, or two, it's because they were digging for the puck after the goalie already had it. And, that's the great thing about hockey is it's a very team-centric sport. And so you mess with the goalie, you're basically messing with everybody on the team, because the goalie is like, there's only one or two goalies per team. Now, of course, you get into the NHL where they've got the starting goalie, the backup, or maybe the 1A, 1B tandem, and then you've got the AHL starter, the AHL backup, and maybe that AHL starter is like a young guy, like the Leafs have Joseph Woll as that third option, or really the way he's been playing, kind of like he's kind of the backup, at least while Murray's injured. After Murray comes back, I don't know what's going to happen. But I mean, their fourth goalie is Eric Shalgren, who is doable, playable. He can get some games, some reps up in the NHL. He's definitely like a AHL guy, but he does what is needed in the NHL. So yeah. But if you take like a team like Pittsburgh, they've got Tristan Jarry, and then Casey DeSmith, and then honestly, I couldn't tell you who is in their system after that. They're definitely a win now team. They don't really have the prospects like a team like Buffalo or Toronto. So they just kind of, they sign a bunch of players. All right. Yeah. What was the original question? Playoffs, right? Yeah, taking it one game at a time, and we will get to the playoffs when we get to them. Yeah, I'm not surprised you knew about that. Yeah, you're good. You were good. So basically, that's a really proud point in my career that I've never lost a playoff game, and I've never allowed a goal in a playoff game. It's actually quite an interesting statistic about me, is I have never allowed a goal in a playoff game in this travel league, and I've never lost a playoff game. So, I mean, I'm feeling good about it. Nerves are coming up a little bit, but it's not too bad. Yeah, nerves. You get nervous too. It's part of the job. It's in the description, basically. Pretty much before every game, I go through this thing where it's like, am I good enough? Like, is this the game where I break, or am I gonna be like really good, solid, consistent, or am I just gonna crumble under pressure? And it's always this like balancing act to getting to where the positive in a way silences that negativity. The games where the negativity is completely silenced are probably going to be your best games. And it really helps, that whole Devin Levi thing in meditation. That will probably help your game. Yeah. It just, it quiets your mind. So there won't be anything up in your head that's like questioning, or you will be 100% in the moment, is my point. Some personal questions, okay? Okay, yeah, this could be fun. So, what do you want to know? Favorite show right now? So, I haven't been watching too many shows. I would say I'm really enjoying the new season of The Mandalorian. Go figure. And I've been watching Mighty Morphin Power Rangers a lot recently as well. And also, I've been wanting to get back into Game of Thrones. I watched it once, and I really did like it. I waited until all the seasons were out, so I binge watched the whole thing. So, season 8 wasn't as bad for me because of that, because I didn't have to wait like a year and a half for season 7, or 2 years, and then a year and a half, 2 years for season 8. I just kind of like sped through them. So they weren't terrible for me. But I do understand why people don't like it. Yeah. But yeah, I do want to rewatch that show. I've also wanted to rewatch The Office again lately. But I also need to watch Parks and Rec. You know what? It's my turn to ask you something real quick. Do you ever feel like there's so many shows that like you gotta catch up on? Like people just, you have a room full of guys like I do, and each one of them has their own like TV show taste. And it's like each one of them is like recommending you shows, and they'll like follow up with you and be like, hey, have you watched it yet? And I'm just like, bro, everybody on this team has recommended me a show, and I also have shows that I want to watch. So like, unfortunately, no. Yeah. Right. There's just so many, right? Don't tell any of the guys, because a lot of them are big Marvel fans, but I have not watched any of the Marvel shows since Disney Plus has been around. I know, surprising, but yeah, it's like I've been doing my best to keep up with Star Wars. There's a couple shows I still haven't seen, but don't tell Coach, because he's always like, hey, yo, know the brand. And I'm just like, I'm trying, Coach. I'm really trying. Yeah, no, it's not a big deal, honestly. We're all chill here. We all mesh. We all get along. You know, it's one of those things where, again, hockey is a team sport. So, I mean, if the other goalie's at the other end, you know, like messing with my guy, you can bet your bottom dollar that I am at least at the blue line ready for this man to like come over to my side of the ice, like do something kind of thing. Yeah. I'm waiting for the day. Gotta set my helmet down so I don't scratch the paint though. Right? You've seen it, right? Yeah. We put out a video not too long ago showing off some of the equipment. Yeah. All right. Next question. Go for it. Favorite cereal? You know what? I've got two. This is gonna be a quick answer. It's either Cheerios. I like the original with milk, of course, and Reese's Puffs if I'm like feeling calories, because, you know, gotta watch the calories for the game and everything so we can stay in shape, get the cardio endurance out there. You know, I was we were traveling the other day, and I was at the hotel, and I got in this elevator with this person, and she said she doesn't like cereal with milk. You like milk with your cereal, right? Like, before we even get into the whole milk or cereal first, like, you don't eat cereal dry, do you? Right. Exactly, yeah. It blew my mind. I'm in the elevator, and they're talking on their phone, and they're like, no, we don't need milk. I don't eat cereal with milk. Like, what are you talking about? I don't know how to explain that one. No. Yeah, yo, see ya. I'll text you. Yeah, no. Jakesy, yeah, Jakesy's the one that scored today. Yeah, typical hockey thing, adding a Y. You know that they call me Scotty. What can you do? You get given these nicknames. For a while there, I wasn't. All of my nicknames were related to like being a goalie, like brick wall, like unstoppable, crazy things like that. It's like, but that's another story for another time. Hey, you've been amazing. I don't have to go yet, no. But do you have one more question? Because I really do have to hit the road because I gotta get some food. It was a long game and I'm getting really hungry. Yeah. The day in the life. Okay, I got you. So basically I wake up, brush my teeth, like every other person. Wash my face, go through the whole morning routine, you know, and then I'll get in a plank and at least 10 push-ups before breakfast. Plank time is 2.5 right now. I can do up to 4, but I start to enjoy it a lot less when I do 4 minutes. Even when I do 3 minutes, like I can do 2.5 minutes like multiple times a day, but when it gets up to 3 and 4 minutes, I'm just kind of like, I don't really want to do this. Yeah, but then I get a protein bar for breakfast. You know, just kind of chill, especially on a game day. That's huge. It's just relaxing before the game. You don't want to do anything too strenuous, or like, you want to get your mind going, especially with this position. And what do I do next? I chill for a while. It's either a movie or, you know, play some chill. Some EASHL with the boys on occasion. You know, usually we'll play after the game too. It's kind of like we tell our war stories in the EASHL lobbies and games. And then, you know, we're making new stories because we're just like undressing the other dudes or the other people, whatever. I do try to get 8 hours of sleep. Oh, jeez, there's my stomach going. No, I'm good. I do try to get 8 hours of sleep or more because it is very important to get that sleep. You know, hydration and sleep are the two biggest things I'm an advocate for, because they are definitely important to the game and the headspace. Because like people at our position, you know, like I keep saying, it's a head game. Like, it's all about your mindset. If you don't know about this, it's cool, you know, you're gonna learn something. But in my second season, I had basically this sophomore slump. But what was really going on was I was like crushing on this girl mad hard, but I was too afraid to talk to her. So every single game, I was just thinking about this girl and like getting the confidence to talk to her. I know it's weird. Like, this big guy on this hockey team, afraid to talk to a girl. Like, what? But yeah, I was really afraid to talk to her, but it was always on my mind. So my play was suffering because of it, because my mind wasn't on the game, it was on this girl. And everybody sees it as just this sophomore slump, but really that's what was going on behind the scenes. Not many people know that. You are one of one, actually. Yeah, so I don't know, if you want to take that story somewhere, go ahead. I have no problem with you telling it to people. Be sure to let them know that you're the only one that knew it, because I've never told that story to anybody. But yeah, you are an absolute delight, and I would love if you would come to our next game and I can actually like show you a little bit of the rink and everything. Yeah, get you out in the cold instead of out here in the lobby. Right. All right. Yeah. Hey, I really want to thank you for supporting me, supporting the team, following my career with such enthusiasm. It means a lot when people like you are around. Yeah. So stay golden, stay true to who you are, and be sure to come to the next game because I really want to give you a bit of a tour. Yeah, you earned it. Yeah, you're my biggest fan. Of course I have to. Maybe I can take you through my pregame a little bit too. Maybe. All right. I'll see you later.